Hello. Good morning. Welcome to the Nostrocker Morning Review. I am Nostrocker. It is Saturday morning. We will review what has happened in the last little bit. And there's a lot more than usual that has happened in the last little bit because I played a lot of games yesterday. And it wasn't good. I think it was just, it started bad and it got worse. And that was the whole day, all day. And that sucked. And I think a lot of it is things going well makes you weak and foolish, you know? Sorry, one second, I gotta just hide this thing. Okay, because things were going really good. I got to Plat, I was hovering in that Plat 3, so I'm thinking like, yes, I am definitely a Plat 3 player. I am the man. Nothing will dethrone me from my glorious Platinum status. And then I started to like not be as aggressive with like following builds. I'm not even like builds specifically, but like with the vibe thing, like following a sort of a set pattern. I started thinking like, oh, what if I did this? And what if I did this? Now that's probably a good like learning tool, but it's not very good for competitive. I think it kind of made me respect a little bit more how like you've really got to have a firm plan going in. Like obviously it's not going to work. Like your plan is going to get derailed and you're going to have to improvise. But I think the idea is like you improvise when you have to and you learn to do it well. But if you just try to improvise, you're going to have a bad time. Now, that being said, that wasn't all that happened. I also had to face more Protoss people. And I sure had a heck of a time with those guys. They were rough. But I think after talking with the coach about what is going on, I think what's happening is I'm getting into bad fights. Like I'm taking fights in bad times and in bad places and against bad army compositions. Basically, I think it's time to like move on from the whole vibe. Like just make a bunch of army and A move. I don't think that will work. It doesn't work. You know, it's not even I don't think it work. It doesn't work anymore. It was good for getting through gold, but it's not working very well now. But that being said, I have been looking at my my bases and like my macro, and I'm still like missing injects, and I'm not spreading as much creep as I could. So there certainly could be an argument that I'm actually just failing on an even lower level, and these bad fights are more a result of me not having the money that I could have, the larva that I could have, the vision that I could have. So I am taking today, well, I've been taking this morning, and I'm going to keep doing for a little while, to just work on the creeper die arcade game where you just play and you have to creep or else you get attacked, and then you just get harassed by annoying Terran shit all the time, and you just have to keep playing. You have to keep going, injecting. You have to keep creeping every minute, and you have to keep your money below a certain level, and you can't have any idle workers or the game just ends. And it's been really good. It's been really good to like condition me. I can just practice a functional build, but still have to adapt. And it seems like they do different things at different times too. So sometimes they'll throw some like widow mines in. Sometimes you'll just get them flooded with marines. So you still have to like pay attention. It may not be a totally realistic game situation, but it's good enough for practicing getting these habits down. And the whole army transition thing that we talked about a little bit yesterday is still a huge fucking problem. So that's something else I can work on in that, is like having these triggers for when you adapt to like a newer army, like keep teching up and being prepared. I think that's another big issue. Specifically, me and Kelly talked about the issue of teching up. Yes, that was one thing. But then also like choosing when you want to fight with that new army. Like, so basically the Protoss, what was happening to me, it would seem, is that they are just in a position where they know what they want to have when they fight, and they're just holding back. They're just sitting in their base and just building up this thing, whereas I build up an army way faster, which is cool, but then I just throw it away because I'm like, shit, I got 200, I gotta do something. Probably I do have to do something, but that something cannot be throw your army into a wall of lasers, and I think I've kind of been letting it be that because I maybe don't know what the alternative is, or I don't know the right way to use it. I don't know the right way to take fights, like bait them out. I don't know. There's a lot to learn there, but that's kind of fun. So I think it's maybe time to, well, obviously doing the whole macro thing, thinking about the armies, also consider like the actual like RTS part of it, where you like the fighting part, right? The army thing. So that's gonna be the plan. Otherwise, that's it. I think that's all for now. We are going to do a little conversation though. I think with Coach Browntown. We're going to talk about just some stuff. I think I've really been thinking a lot about what it means to be good at StarCraft specifically. So I think I would like, if he is up for it, to discuss that specifically, like what is good and how do you get there, and prioritizing like what a person needs to be thinking about. One thing I think about a lot when I think about people who are good at things is how effortlessly they could be better than people who are bad at things. And the point of that is not like to mock them for sucking, but the point is that a person who knows what they're doing will just efficiently hit the right point and just accomplish so much more. Like a person who can draw really well will draw like 3 lines and they'll express an emotion perfectly, whereas a new person will just be, they'll be noodling away at all this stuff and they just won't get it because there's just this one little thing that makes all of the difference. And so maybe we'll talk to Browntown, we'll figure out what that one little thing is. I'll be GN tomorrow. Could be, probably not. So that'll be it. That'll be it for now. We will be back in a little while. I'm going to get back to training. All right. Have a fucking wonderful day. Peace.